Moi Day during the Daniel Arap Moi era was marked with pomp and color. And aside from the all-time favorite military parades at national events, there was another common feature: music. Several songs themed on the Moi leadership, patriotism and the Nyayo philosophy became household favorites. Our senior reporter Rita Tinina takes us down memory lane with the music that defined the Nyayo era and the man behind some of the songs. Take a look.
The 1980s and 90s. When it came to national days and visits to various parts of the country, the then President Daniel Moi clearly loved entertainment, evident from his hearty laugh. And he enjoyed music too. Whether it was traditional dances, choirs or performances by school children, he enjoyed the poems and songs. And when you think of Moi and music during his era, some songs are still etched in the minds of many to date. And this man, Mwalimu Thomas Wasonga, was the one behind the popular songs that made him and the Kenya Mass Choir a household name.
Initially, I was not a musician. Later on, I became interested in church music, and I was more of church music. I did not expect to be on this line of patriotic music.
A teacher in Siaya, he composed his first song in late 1978.
Kenya yetu nchi nzuri, nchi yako. Mwito wetu Harambee, tuijenge Kenya.
He hoped to perform with the church choir before the president during a visit to South Nyanza, but the trip was cancelled. In 1979, another presidential trip to South Nyanza was scheduled. He composed Tawala Kenya, his sights still set on performing for Moi.
And again, he did not come.
Mwalimu Wasonga moved to Mombasa, where he worked with the Mombasa Teachers Choir. And 6 years later, in early 1983, he got the opportunity to perform before the president.
He was very impressed. And later on now, I was called to organize this program all over the Republic.
With the 20th anniversary of independence approaching, he was tasked with coming up with a theme song for the 12th of December 1983 celebrations.
Miaka 20 imepita wa Jamhuri Kenya yetu.
The song, he says, is the only one he was given a theme. All other songs, he tells me, were his own ideas. He terms his composition abilities a talent, and to get the tunes.
When I sleep, when I wake up, sometimes at the middle of the night, I find a sound ringing in my mind. After it has rung into my mind, then I can come up with some text.
Some of his compositions centered around the Nyayo philosophy of peace, love, and unity. Other songs were on leadership, health, the environment, development, and the spirit of Harambee. President Moi was a frequent traveler throughout the country, and Mwalimu Wasonga ensured he was entertained.
Initially, people thought I was moving with one choir all over. No. Wherever he was going, if it is this particular district or region, the administration there organized the singers, and I go and train them.
He says he has no favorite song, but judging from the public, there is an all-time favorite.
Tushangilie Kenya, taifa letu tukufu, Kenya tunayoipenda, Kenya nchi tunayoipenda.
Twajivunia sana tukijiita wa Kenya, nchi yenye baraka.
He has composed over 36 songs and says it is not over yet. Daniel Moi awarded him the Silver Star, while during President Mwai Kibaki's tenure, he was awarded the Order of the Grand Warrior. Mwalimu Wasonga worked for the Ministry of Education during Kibaki's administration before he retired, but was recalled from retirement to work at the Permanent Presidential Music Commission. He still works for the government, now as Deputy Director of Public Events in the Office of the President. Decades on, the message in his patriotic, peace and development themed songs still stands. Songs that remain a feature in the story of the Nyayo era. Rita Tinina, KTN News.